Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, Marky Marks Tarot. Always forget to put my link up here. My bad. There you go. All done. Hey, LZ, how you doing? How's things? Hey, Paris, how you been? See. Hey, Barb, happy Sunday. How are you, sweetheart? You right? I guess my notification ran out today. Shit, that's better. I can see. Yeah, I'm good. Had a nice weekend, nice and peaceful. Had a lot of rest for once. Rest and recover. Yeah, all was good. I can't complain. It's been raining here all day. We've had rain like nonstop. Yesterday it was nice, like throughout the day. It was nice and sunny and it was decent. I went for a swim last night, and then today it went right back to shit again. Right back to first thing this morning. I got woken up by thunder at 6 a.m. All you heard was a big loud ass thunder, and then I woke up and I was like, "Oh shit!" And after that, it just started pouring, and it ain't stopped yet. It's literally rained like all day, and it's still like more coming. So we've had a lot of rain lately. So it's kind of annoying, but I don't care. It's good for me because I get to rest because I don't have to go outside and do work. Just been working inside here and there. So it's been good though. Well, it's been good. Oh, it's been good. Oh, sounds good. I had fish tonight. I fried some fish up, some homemade fries, and my mom made some mac and cheese at lunch, and I took it home for to eat it for dinner again. I had chicken for lunch. Yeah, I went to have lunch with them today. My mom's doing good. It's my dad. He has gout a lot, so he has gout all on his hand. Like you can't even see his knuckles. He's like his whole hand is swollen like that. Like it's so like poof. Like it's nasty. So he uh he eats a lot of things he shouldn't be eating, and he gets gout like in his shoulder sometimes, in his leg, in his feet, and he gets it a lot in his hands. And I keep telling him go like get a bag of ice or a bag of vegetables and just put it on there for like 10 minutes, and it's like what the hell, like he just never does anything. All he wants to do is sleep all day, and I tell him not to eat certain things, and he still does it. Like it's like talking to the fucking wall. So my dad, he's a stubborn person, and he's going 81 tomorrow. Tomorrow's his birthday. He'll be 81. He's a stubborn Libra, and he'll never change. So I told him today, I said, I think you love pain. So it's not my problem. I've done all I can for them, and he just doesn't want to learn. But my mom, she's all right, though. She's got to deal with his ass. So. Yeah. I just do my part, help him out, do whatever. But I can't tell him nothing because he knows everything. LZ, thanks for the super chat. You said, can I get channel? Yeah. So a lady told me that cuts my hair. I've known her for like years. She's like the same age as me, and her parents are the same age. She says, "Mark, leave them alone. Just let them live their lives. They're stubborn. They're never gonna listen, and just let them live and let them do whatever, and just leave them alone. Just help them as much as you can in whatever way you can, but don't tell them what to do. Just leave them." And I'm starting to believe her and know that what she's saying is right, because I can't. There's nothing I can say. It's like talking to the fucking wall every day. So you want to live in pain, go right ahead. Not my problem. Gout can be like limited, but he doesn't want to do the things that he has to do. So fuck him. I don't care. Not my problem. So you want to live in pain, go right ahead. The joy of having older parents that don't want to learn, don't want to listen. All right, LZ. What I'm getting is overall, things are going to get better going into next month, end of this month, going into next month. Work is going to be good for you. Committing to work and committing to the task at hand, putting in a lot of personal effort is what I'm getting here. You got to put in that personal effort. You can't just believe something's going to happen without putting your personal effort into it. Have the ability to learn quickly and learn from your mistakes, and just be very like take the initiative to make things happen. More activity, determination, like dig down deep and find your emotional feelings within you, the love within you, the love for yourself. I see things happening if you do that. If you don't, then you just have favorable expectations that and hopeful outlooks, but that's about it. I do see like the return of someone coming back into your life, like an old friend, family member, or somebody that you've known for a while. They might just enter back into your life and just see how you are, talk to you. Somebody like that, like someone from your past might come back in a good way, not a bad way. So it's somebody that you know that you've been meaning to talk to or to see, and you end up talking to that person and have like some good times with them. This person's had like a hard time, but they're gotten over their hurt and their healing, and they want to like talk to you and see how you're doing and hang out with you. As far as like spirit, let me see if I can like bring in somebody or see if somebody wants to talk to you. But that's like the overall message I have for you. You know who I get here, to be honest, that just showed up is um your daughter in spirit, like the one I always see. Um she says not to be gullible, you know, and however take that however you want, but don't be gullible. Don't give in to like things. Don't perceive to be somebody that you know you can be, or and if that's not like the like how you want to do it, it might be people that you deal with in that way. Like she says, you might be uh like having some wishful thinking that someone is going to be somebody that you want them to be, and then that it doesn't turn out, that person turns out to be impressive at times, but doesn't have no substance, like doesn't have like what you really want in them. You end up figuring out that somebody that you're dealing with is not the person who you thought they were. But it's like more of a wishful thinking on your end. And like you gotta say no at times. So if you have someone out there, like, yeah, maybe too trusting, but like, just don't give in to situations or people that, or because they appear to be decent, don't believe that they really are. Test them out, see what they're really about. um but she's telling me also that uh like stay within your books and deal with your books and the things that any books that you deal with, or like, obviously, you're a teacher, so you're going to deal with books all the time. She just keeps flicking pages and showing me, like, tell her to keep focusing on your work. And that's why I got in the cards, get focusing on more on work and putting in more personal effort. So like if you have a schedule, make sure you live and die by it. So that way you don't have to get thrown off by people or feel like you have to help somebody in between. Just say, hey, look, I can't. Don't be afraid to say no. Like, you know what I mean? Hey Virgo, what's up, sweetie? All right. Um, like I don't know if you're having like problems sleeping, or you're twisting and turning and not really getting a lot of sleep. Um, she's saying like you might have dreams, or you're like just not getting enough sleep. Yeah. And that's why you gotta allow people to like, stay away from like, you gotta allow your intuition to kick in. If you feel that way, you just said, I feel like that one person and there's people. So if you feel that way, then know that that's true. Like, don't be gullible and think it's not. That's what your daughter's saying. Okay, Virgo, cool. Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, she said that you have trouble sleeping, and she says that you've been twisting and turning a lot. And she says that you gotta change what you. I don't know if you like drink soda or you drink like any type of caffeinated drinks before you go to sleep. That could be a big problem. She says whatever you're drinking or eating is affecting your sleep. With that whole thing with him, like he's gotta the best. Like my advice for that with you is allow him to finish his divorce and then go from there. See how it pans out for you. Because at the end of the day, it's not even worth dealing with that until he sorts his whole life out. You know. But that's what women do to each other. They sabotage them from getting a man because they're jealous. That's what a lot of women do. Not all, obviously, but that's what some women do. They'll do anything to get somebody before you do. Men do it too, obviously, but we're talking about them. Um, Like if you have problems sleeping and stuff, you should get like some lavender oil and put like a couple drops on your pillow, and or you can get like a diffuser and put it on like an hour before you go to sleep. Just put it in the diffuser with some water and stuff, and just let it smell the smell go around in your room. I do it before I came here. I put on my diffuser because I have problems sleeping sometimes too. But I find like when I put on the lavender oil inside there, so when I go upstairs, it's already smelling good and I can go to sleep properly. It helps definitely. I've been dreaming like crazy, so I get it. Yeah, I agree with that. I know that's happening. Yeah. Mm. Okay, cool. That's even better. Yeah, that's an even better thing to do if you want to do that. That's even better. Yeah. Does one of the sisters have like short hair, like to like right here, to like to their shoulders or even shorter? Does one of them have short hair or no? Like there also could be like a woman in spirit that I see here too. She's got like yeah, because I spirit showing me a woman with short brown hair, and that's like the worst one. You gotta watch out for her. Yeah, that's the one with short hair. So if one of them have short hair, that's the one. That's the one you gotta watch out for. But yeah, yeah, he's gonna figure her out because she's like somebody who acts impressive and manipulates people, but she's really has nothing to her. Like she's just like he'll figure it out. He'll get like some vibe off of her, and he'll be like, "Yeah, you're a weirdo." But some men like weirdo women, so like I said, what's meant for you is gonna be for you. Well, there you go. Speak of the devil, huh? Yeah, yeah. You gotta watch out for her. She's up to no good. But just keep distancing yourself from people like that. That's all I can suggest to you. And what's meant to happen is gonna happen, and what's meant to be will be. And just like try and do whatever you can to keep your energy out of that those people. Yeah. Well, that's what happens. See, people go through phases. He's confused right now. He's getting a divorce. He dealt with you. You know. Yeah. See, there you go. Well, nothing's really going on between those two. I don't get nothing serious between them. I don't get anything. I just think that she's super like flirty and like she's dealing with him, but she's not really like he knows that she's like one who exaggerates or whatever. He's just like doing what he's got to do. But I don't think there's anything there. Yeah. At the end of the day, you gotta. I keep telling you that if you're not going out with him, he has no reason to like, be mad or even like be happy or whatever. Like he's getting a divorce and he's not like your boyfriend. So how could he get mad if you're with a next guy? And you shouldn't be mad if he's with another woman. So at the end of the day, when you don't belong to somebody or you're not connected to somebody in that type of way, you can do whatever you want. You see what I mean? I know it's like fucked up because you're like you were with him all this time. But at the end of the day, you're just, friends, nothing more. Unless something happened. But obviously, you see what I'm saying? You can't have too many. You can have, I can't tell you what to do, but you can't, me personally, I wouldn't have too much expectations on a person that does not like, with you 24/7. That's different, you know? Well, he might be coming back around. So I see somebody coming back around and you shouldn't cut him off. Maybe that was like your chance to hang out with him and move on from the Scorpio. Because obviously he's made his choice. Yeah, but that's what it seems like. So maybe it happened for a reason. It's just to show you how he is. Let me tell you something. I know Scorpio men. I know a lot of them, and they get jealous quick. That's just like their thing. They get jealous over everything. That's just how they are. They get jealous quick. Yeah, exactly. So if he's doing it, then obviously he doesn't care. Yeah, he's trying to tell you something. But it's up to you. I think you're wasting your time dealing with him. You know, if not, I tell people all the time, you waste your time if nobody meets you halfway and nobody gives you 100%. You've hung out with him many a times. You've had good times, and now you're going through this, time right now. So if you can't talk about what happened, then it doesn't mean that's not a person you want to be with. You see? Well, yeah. I know a lot of Scorpios and they get jealous quick, so I'm sure like well, Sagittarius women, they when they want something, they go get it. I know that for I know that a lot about Sagittarius women. I dated a few of them in my lifetime, and if they want you, they're gonna tell you, and they'll be very persistent. That's for sure. Not all, obviously, but the ones I know, they're like that. So if she wants to be around him, she's gonna be around him. She'll, you know, do what she has to get him. So if that's what she wants, she's gonna go get him. But the whole thing, you guys are adults. We're all adults. So if you can't talk about things with each other, and if you feel that he's doing this out of spite because he heard about you and the Leo, if he doesn't confront you about it, then obviously he's holding it, right? But you also can say to him, hey, things are not the same between us. Like, is it because you found out about me and this guy, working out or something? You see what I'm saying? But even though you feel you've been sabotaged, it's still both of your fault. You're grown fucking adults. You can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion on that. I think that this is the biggest problem in the world. is people don't say shit. They just rather speculate or feel like they've been fucked. But it's you guys' fault then for not talking about it. You see what I'm saying? And like it has to be talked about. If not, then you're just gonna speculate and then you fuck each other's shit up. So to me, like that's how I feel about it. If I got a problem like with somebody, I'm gonna be like, look, what are you upset because this happened or something like that? And then you get it off your chest and you ain't gotta speculate no more or think about things that don't even exist. But like I said before, it's not like you're his woman, so he doesn't have to answer to you, and you ain't gotta answer to him. Whoever he hangs out with is his choice, because he's a single man getting a divorce. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sense, like about the situation. If I was the person who was dealing with it, you know. Hey, Miss Bikini, how you doing? But see, you're saying that's why you feel you've been sabotaged, but really, you sabotage yourself, by not talking about it. See what I mean? You can't just assume shit. You gotta go out there and like talk about it. As soon as that shit happened, you should have just said, "Hey, look, this, and this. Get it off your chest right away." Because now it's getting away from you now. That's just my opinion on the whole thing. Yeah. So I always tell people like, if I'm not dating you, don't even try and claim me. Because people do that shit. People claim you because they hang out with you. Yeah, you ain't my girl. So you're not. I didn't say, hey, will you go out with me? Are you gonna be my woman? Yes. Okay. Okay. We're going out right now. So don't fuck around. Yeah, that's different. But if you're just friends and you're hanging out with each other, you're allowed to do whatever you want because you're just friends. So you gotta understand that whole concept to a certain point, and then make sense of it in your own mind. But me personally, like I wouldn't even sweat it because it's like he can do whatever he wants, and so can you. Like you did, you went to with the Leo guy to go work out. You knew the consequences of doing that. If you do it, he might take it the wrong way, right? Which he probably did, right? And he did. That's why he started hanging out with another woman because he's like, yeah, fuck you, you ain't serious. He's already dealt with a cheating wife. He doesn't want to have to deal with another person who's with a next guy that's been interested in him. So he's like, yeah, fuck that, you know. That's true, but like I said, if you're just my friend and we're close friends and shit, and there's been no discussion of going out with each other, then you can do whatever you want and hang out with whoever you want, even the opposite sex. So me being a man, if I'm really interested in you, I'm going to make sure that you don't get away because you're a good woman and I want you. So I'm gonna like pursue you and make sure we're on the same page before I make that move, obviously. But if you're with another guy at the gym after we're just hanging out with each other and we're just friends, and I don't give a fuck, you do whatever you want. You don't belong to me, you ain't my girl. So that's just me personally. Like, that's what I think. And this, you know what, LZ? This can also be a sign for you to let you know that he's not 100% interested in you. Because if he was, he wouldn't be with that chick. He'll be trying to win you over. Or when he found out about you and the guy at the gym or whatever, he would have said, hey, you was with some guy at the gym. What's up with that? You see what I mean? He could have said something if he was really, really seriously interested. You got me? I just finished telling you, that's something that you gotta do. You can't you gotta actually make it happen. That's what you got to do. You got to make that happen. So you got to, when you see him next time, you got to say, hey, look, can we go to dinner? And if he says yes, then you say what you got to say. Who cares how he reacts? You got to get it off your chest. You gotta communicate with the guy. That's what that's common sense. You gotta, like, if it's bothering you that much, right? Then deal with him. I wouldn't even go to dinner. I'll just pull him to the side and be like, hey, look, let's talk at after work, or let's talk on recess or lunch break or something like that. Fuck that dinner shit. I'll be like, I don't want to go to dinner and like lose my appetite over your bullshit. So I wouldn't even go that far. I would deal with it right away. I'd text his ass right now instead of talking to me. That's just me, period. Like, Well, if that's what you want to do, then go for it. Well, if he's admitted he's got a communication problem, then do you want to be with a man like that? That's what you got to ask yourself. Because if a woman told me that, that's a red flag. Because if you got a communication problem, then we're gonna have a problem. Because I don't have a problem communicating. So if a woman says to me, "Oh, Mark, I like you, and we're friends and stuff, but I have a communication problem," I'm like, "Well, that's your fucking problem. Now I don't want to deal with you. I'll just be your friend." This is just like things that are red flags. If a person tells you that shit, that's like your red flag right there. Because why would you want to deal with somebody like that? I couldn't. I'm different. See, I'm a different breed. You gotta communicate with me, or else I ain't got nothing to do with you. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Yeah, we're good. Diamond's right behind me here, sleeping on her blanket. It's been raining here all day. Well, tomorrow, just deal with him. Well, see, that's not a. I mean, I don't like judging people, but that if you got problems communicating how you feel, then that's not a person that I want. I need somebody that's like me. We need to talk about it, get it over and done with, and do what we have to do, and that's it. I'm sure everybody wants people that communicates, to the fullest extent. Maybe that's why his marriage didn't succeed 100%, because he had problems doing that too, and she probably got fed up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, like, I know it's harsh what I'm saying, but it's reality. It's the truth, and sometimes people don't want to hear it, but people are your own worst enemies. You have to change the way you are in order to get the right situation to happen for you and the right things to happen to you. You see what I'm saying? We are our own worst enemy. That's always been a major problem in for people. You gotta talk that shit out. Like, you gotta communicate, even if it's through a text. And people were laughing at me the other night because I said, some people are emailing each other and they're a couple, or texting each other constantly. Like, if you're over 40 years old in this world right now, you experience having a telephone that you used to dial with your fingers and you used to talk on it. Like, so what's your fucking problem? There weren't no texting back then. You said what you had to say on that fucking phone. You see what I'm saying? Like, that this shit don't make no sense to me how people are. Justin, you said a big thank you. Kelly is out looking for a place for her and me. Exactly what you. Oh, so that's good. See, I tell you, she'll get fed up. I'm telling you, a lot of women are getting fed up of men. I heard another story today. My cousin, he's a fucking idiot. He had this beautiful woman, right? And he had 2 kids with her, and she's fucking sexy. And she's smart. She's got a good job. She's a great mom. I know her. I know her. I don't know her very well, but I know of her. And she saw my sister today and was like, yeah, blah 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 blah. And he's an ass. He don't care about the kids. He don't care about me. He cares about his new bitch and his new kids and blah blah blah. And I'm like, that's fucking sad. Like, you left a perfectly good woman for a dirty ass skanky hoe. I don't understand how a man or a woman does that. You leave a perfectly good person, right, to be with a dirty nasty hoe or a fucking dog ass man. Or you're with one and you keep them, or you're like, you just can't leave them. Like, what do you want? Better life, or you just want to be in this fucking bullshit predicament? Like, I don't understand people. I don't know how people let go of these good people. And then those good people don't want nobody no more because they think they're gonna get fucked again. And then it makes it harder for people like me and you and everybody else in here who's a good person that wants a good relationship. See what I mean? It's so these people are fucking weird, man. But you know what? It all depends, like, because sometimes you're the one at fault for choosing that person because you knew they was not wrong, they was wrong for you, but you tried to help them and you tried to change them, and it still didn't work. And I'll never stop preaching this and talking about it. I don't care whose feelings I hurt, because it's fucking true, and we all have to accept our mistakes for who we choose in life to be with. I accept it. I forgave myself years ago for choosing the wrong women in my life. And when I was hurt and I was down, I was like, you know what, that bitch did this to me. And then I woke up one day and said, you know what, it's my fault. Because I knew she was a fucking nasty bitch. I knew I got red flags, but I didn't care. I just said, yeah, she'll change, or I'll change, or I'll show her the way, or I'll make things right. Fuck that. If I have to fix you, I don't want you. I'm only fixing electrical shit and my business shit. I ain't fixing no person no more. You gotta come correct or you don't come at all. Fuck you and go away. I'm only fixing fucking fans, electrical shit. I'm fixing whatever's broken. But I ain't fixing no person no more. I'll never make that mistake again in my life. But it took me a long time to do that. That's why I've been single for so fucking long. Because I'm not fixing nobody. When you come to me and you're like, oh, I got this, I have communication problems. Oh, I can't do this because I'm doing that. I can't do this. I don't want to hear that word. I want to hear I'm going to work on it. I'm going to try my best. And, maybe I'll learn from you. We can learn from each other. Maybe we can help each other and actually get somewhere. I don't want to hear I can't do this and I can't do that. Once I start hearing that shit, I'm like, yeah, you're a fucking loser. You don't want to make your life better. And I have to be harsh right now for my own safety of my own heart and my own well-being and my energy. I don't want no dumbass hoe around me talking about dumb shit all the time and acting like you need me to fucking fulfill your life and your dreams. Fuck you. We got to do shit together. And this is the reality of everything in life. We are our own worst enemy. We are at fault for who we choose to be in our lives. That's why we all have to wake the fuck up and make the better decisions. Stop settling for bullshit. We don't deserve bullshit. We deserve somebody that we don't need to fix. Once you find that, you're good to go. And that's why I'm here preaching it, because I live it. I can be with so many women right now, but for what? I don't want to fix them. You'll fix yourself before you come to me. I'm not here to fix you. No, we're going to work together to make things right. And if you're not working together, then it's not going to happen. I don't want you. I really don't. I'd rather deal with my fucking dog. That's my companion. That's it. She's great. She's sleeping right now. Leave me alone. See? Yeah, exactly. See? And that's the thing. If you know somebody's like that, they're not going to change. They're not. I watched my sister try to change her husband for 20 plus years and it didn't work. And now he's without her for the past 2 years. His life's gotten worse and her life got better because now she's away from the person who held her back. But it's better late than never. It's better now than never. And there's still people that, a lot of people lately and this year have walked away from their marriage, their relationships, their jobs, because they're sick and tired of dealing with bullshit. It's time for a change. It's time for like to make you gotta put yourself first. If you don't put yourself first, it ain't gonna never work for you. You gotta put yourself first. You have to. You come first every day. And if you do, then you won't need nobody but yourself. Even if you don't believe in God, you still need yourself. That's it. It's that simple. But people don't want a simple life these days. They want to like try and be super fucking man, a superwoman, and change these people. I ain't here to change you. Fuck that. Hell no. Even on here, I'm not going to change nobody. But I'll give you advice, take it or leave it. That's it. That's all I do on here. I don't tell people what to do. And I sometimes say that to myself. I said, look, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what I would do or what you should do. Do what you want. You want to be stuck with fucking idiots that ain't going to give you no time of day, then go for it. There's a card in my deck. If you give 100%, make sure you get 100% back. And it's that simple. Yeah. Yeah, he's never going to change. People don't change. And if they do, it's only for a couple weeks, a couple months. If you're lucky, it might be a year. And then after that, they'll go right back to shit again. And then when they're not around you for a couple hours and you go separate ways, you're still going to be thinking about that person and their ways. When you're at work, when you're asleep, when you're not around them, it's going to bother you. And don't tell me it don't, because it does. Been there, lived that life. Don't want it no more. That ain't happening. And that's the biggest part of like relationships and friendships and businesses and workers and people in your life. And that part, when you separate, when you're together, you can feel each other's energy and deal with each other. But once you go away from each other, even for a couple minutes, hours, days, whatever, bad, negative thoughts are going to go through your mind because you know who that person is. So you rather think about that bullshit person all your fucking life, or you rather think of like nobody at all but yourself and your own well-being, or are you going to pick someone that actually gives a fuck about you and their self? That's the biggest thing to me, is finding somebody like-minded and someone that's actually going to give a shit about you. You got to pick somebody that if you're together and something wrong happens to you, are they going to accept what happens to you? So if you get cancer and you got to fight it, are they going to be by your side? Or are they going to say, fuck that, I'm leaving you. You can get your family to help you. I'm going. I don't want nobody like that. That's what you got to ask yourself. And one time I was in my old friend's chat of mine, and he said something that stuck in my head for a long time. He says, I want to be with somebody till the day I die and grow old with them. And when I'm 80 years old, if you change my diapers when I need them when I'm 80, and I shit myself and I'm in diapers and you change them, that shows me you love me and you fucking care about me. Because if you don't, you ain't gonna change my diapers. You ain't gonna help me when I'm old. And vice versa. Are you gonna do that for that person when you're 80 something years old? Or get some help for that person? Or are you gonna be like, fuck them? See what I'm saying? There's so many things to think about when you choose a partner, or you choose somebody that you want to be your partner. So when our biggest fault as human beings is trying to fix shit that's broken. Fixing people. Fuck that. You shouldn't have to. If your job is to fix people and be a psychiatrist and help them and all that, yeah, go ahead. But in a relationship, I'm not here to like deal with your bullshit. So if I get a red flag from your bullshit life, and you tell me things and I'm like, yeah, hell no, I can't deal with this person, then I'm not gonna deal with you. I will not deal with you. I won't. But if you come across to me like you really about that life and you show me and you show action instead of just blabbing your chops, then because me, I'm gonna show action all the time. Sometimes when I show a lot of action and a lot of care, that person gets scared. They're like, fuck, Mark really is about this life, you know. This guy's a real dude, like this guy's a real man. So I have to show him like I'm just as good as him, or else he's gonna be like, fuck you, I don't need you. And that's why a lot of women don't want me or don't want nothing to do with me because they're like, fuck, this guy does everything. What the fuck am I gonna do? Just lay on my back and give him coochie? No, stupid ass. We can do things together. But you're so concerned about who I am and what I do. You can do the same things as me. I'll value you just like you can value me. But if you don't, then you get lost in the matrix, sweetheart. You end up going to a person that you not to fix because a woman is a natural, like, helper and healer and fucking like a person that like wants to help people, a nurturer. I don't need that shit. I just want you to be with me and trust you, believe in you, and we can work together to build everything we need to build in our future. That's it. But a lot of women don't even care about that. They don't. They want drama. They want bullshit. And that's it. I hear thunder. Ooh. I know it's thunder because ain't no airplanes this time of night. Not around here, there ain't. Let me check the radar. I swear that was thunder. Yep, it is thunder. There's a lot of red shit around. Yep. Yeah, I see the reds. It's not that bad though. It's only a little bit. But I can see the thunder around us. Anyway, I can be here all day talking about relationships because I feel like I'm an expert at relationships and people. But that's how I view my views. I'm not trying to like act like I know everything because I don't. Like I said, I've never been married. So, but that doesn't mean that I don't know about relationships. You don't really have to get married to know about relationships because a marriage is a proven failed thing in life. So if I never been married, that says that I'm smart enough not to get married to a fucking idiot. That's what I tell people. Like, you never been married? I'm like, nope. Why, you have to? Oh no, I'm just saying I just wanted to know if you were married. I said, no. Why am I gonna get married to like an idiot? Or why am I gonna get married just to get married? Why? So I can get divorced and spend all this money and lose half my shit to a woman that don't deserve it? Hell no. You won't be getting nothing from me. Fuck you. I'm signing a piece of paper. If we get divorced, you take your shit, I take mine. You ain't getting nothing from me. You don't even get my house or my car or nothing. Fuck you. You came in with nothing, you leave with nothing. You got me fucked up. No, you won't. No, you don't. See, there's many people like you who have your profession, LZ, that you know more about kids than a person who has them, who just started having them, because you've got experience with children, just like me. I have so much experience with my nephews. I have 20. I have a 22-year-old nephew, and the youngest is 15. And for the last 22 years, I have helped raise those six boys. I've taken care of them. I've dealt with them all my life, and the youngest two live next to me for the past 15 since they've been born. And I'm they don't have a father for the last 2 years. Actually, they ain't had a father forever because their father was a joke. He never did anything with them. They were always with me. People thought those kids are mine because they were always with me. And I know more about kids than people who have them and can't even deal with them properly. Because certain people have, just like I tell people all the time, there's certain people that are in this life that are natural, unique people that know more about things than others. It's just the way it is. And I don't need a trophy or a medal or like a degree in anything. I know who I am. And that's all that matters. And I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. Because you don't have to like have kids to know about them. You just know. Kids love you. If kids love you, that means there's something good about you. Because kids ain't dumb. They know. They know who loves them and they know who don't. Kids are like a dog. They know who loves you and they know if you're fucking nasty or not. Because their instincts are very clean and high, see. So they know who loves them and who don't. They know who to be around and who not to be around. They ain't stupid. You think they are, but they're not. Yep. And that's why 7 years ago, I stopped smoking, drinking. I stopped going out. I wanted to be more of a role model to my nephews because they got old enough to know what I was doing. So I don't want to drink a beer around them or smoke weed or smoke a cigarette. I don't want to do that around them. So 7 years ago, I packed up all that part of my life for myself, but I also did it so I can be a better role model to these boys, especially the ones that live next to me. So, because they saw me every day and still do. So, if it wasn't for me, those kids would probably be in a worse state because there's no male figure around them but me. So I felt like, you know what, their father's a joke. So I'm gonna be a better role model to them because I that's one thing I hate is children who don't have a decent dad. Because a lot of kids in this world don't even know what a father is. But I can show them what it could be like. I consider myself the best uncle ever. You're damn right. I do everything for my nephews. I love them to death, and I'll never stare them the wrong way, and I'll never treat them like shit. And all because maybe my siblings, their parents don't get along with me. They know now. See, my two oldest nephews, I don't speak to their parents. I don't speak to my oldest sister and her husband. But as those kids got older, when they got me one on one without their presence, which has happened a lot in the past few years, they opened up to me and told me, you know, and they told my youngest sister that we didn't speak to Uncle Mark because our parents didn't want to. Like, how dare you do that shit to me? What your kids got to do with what me and you argue about? So that just shows how fucked up they are. That's why they always got problems. That's why I tell people don't corrupt children. Children have their own mind. They'll make their decision. They'll live and learn just like me and you did. And we're still learning as adults. I was speaking to my sister today and I was telling her that my two oldest nephews learned from their experience from their parents, and they know who their parents are now. And they see right through them, And they're like, yeah, I'm not going to give up talking to Uncle Mark because you guys got differences. And I told my youngest sister, I said, you watch when those boys get older, and they become adults, young men, like they are now, they're going to come to me, you watch. And it happened. And my sister was like, you all right? I said, yeah, because they know now that my sister's a fucking idiot for doing what she did. And I was patiently waiting in the background, just waiting for them to come to me on their own will and their own accord, and that happened. Simple. Yeah, it is a privilege to be a parent, but unfortunately, God gives people kids that don't deserve it. But that's not God's fault. It's your fault for treating them like shit. Just answer my sister's text real quick. Just finished talking about it. People don't understand the privilege of being a parent, but some people take that privilege to an extent that is unbelievably sad now in the world, where it's children having children is the problem. And a lot of these parents, I was discussing this with Marley the other night, and when her and I were on here Friday night in the room, we were talking about parenthood and parenting and things like that, and how this generation is a lot worse than our generation. And I was saying to my mom today that, I was talking about this. I talked to my friends on the internet, and we were talking about how, things have changed dramatically, and that it's the parents' fault, the way they deal with their children. And then some people were like, "Don't you tell me what to do with my children. These are my kids. I'm gonna show them my way, and if you don't like it, fuck you." But that child is gonna grow up, right? And then, so if you treat them a certain way, when you're dead and gone, and they have kids, if they do, they're gonna treat them a different way again, because the times change. And then they don't want to live the life they live with you, so they try to live a different life with their children. You got me? I can hear the thunder in the background. So this is the situation that the people are finding themselves in, is they're treating their children differently from when we were treated. And that's a big issue that has to be addressed at some point. But if not, it's just going to be the way it is. It's going to be shitty ass children being put in a world and a system that's all fucked up. And then when they have theirs, it's going to be even worse. So unfortunately, there's a lot of bad parenting going on right now, in my opinion. A lot of bad parenting. Spoiling your kids, giving them everything without them working and figuring out what life is bad. That's something I do not approve of. And a lot of problems is like doing things for them that you didn't have and acting like that's a good thing. You should be doing, if it isn't like life threatening and drastic, then you shouldn't be like worried about it that much. Yeah, I agree, Justin. I agree with that. And see, that's what happens. I never beg approval from anybody. Hell no. It's either you speak to me or you don't. If you don't, it's your loss. It's not mine. It's no loss to me. Like, you go about your business. I don't need you. Even if you're my family, whoever, I don't care. I had an argument with my nephew that lives here, the oldest one. He's going 17, and he didn't speak to me for like maybe 3 weeks, almost a month. He didn't speak to me, and I didn't speak to him either. And the last couple days, I say it's been about a week now since we started speaking again. But he came to me and spoke to me. See, he started speaking to me. And then on Friday, I went to his graduation ring ceremony, because they give you a graduation ring before you graduate. So he got that at church. So I went to church and I saw him get it, and I took pictures of him. And he came up to me and gave me the biggest hug ever. And now we're cool again. But I told my sister, he's a 16-year-old, 17-year-old boy. I'm an adult. I'm old enough to be his fucking grandfather if you want to really make it crazily unknown, right? And I said, look, I'm old enough to be his dad. I'm his uncle. I've wiped his ass. I've taken care of him. I do everything. If you're gonna disrespect me, then I won't talk to you. I would leave you there like a fucking dog on a leash and by itself. I would leave you like a squash cockroach. It don't matter to me. I don't give a fuck who you are. You're not gonna disrespect me. So he found that out the hard way. He thought I was gonna like speak to him or apologize to him for what I said. I fuck you. You're going to come to me because you did me wrong. You disrespected me. You're not supposed to disrespect your elders. And I told my sister, I'm not gonna deal with him if he's gonna be like that. So he'll learn his lesson. So he took long 3 weeks and he got over himself. And then he finally made it up on Friday when he went, because I was the bigger person. I went. I supported him just to show him, like, I still love you and I still support you, but I'm not gonna speak to you until you know who the fuck you're talking to. It's that simple. Hey Hermana, how you been? You good? You been busy with the Flamingo Express? But yeah, that's how it is. And my sister was mad because she says that I should just speak to him. I'm like, hell no. That's your way of living. That's why these kids are the way they are. Because you don't make them respect you. Fuck that. Ain't no little fucking punk ass kid talking to me like that. Oh, hell no. And I told her none of my nephews ever talk to me like that unless him, until he did. And I don't care who you are. You can be the same age as me. You talk to me like I'm some piece of shit. I'm not gonna speak to you no more. You're gonna be because I'm gonna knock your fucking teeth out, one, or I'm just gonna walk away and just not even give you my energy, depending on what you do or say. So it's your choice. And how did I know? I just knew. I'm psychic on Sundays. But I was telling people about this situation, and when I was 16, 17, I wouldn't dare talk to my uncles or aunties the way that these kids talk to their aunties and uncles and parents. Hell no. That's why I don't have no kids. And honest to God, if I did, and they came home talking to me a certain way, I'd be like, oh yeah? Okay, look, pack your shit up and go outside. Here's a tent, look. Go live out in the yard. You ain't gonna stay in this house talking to me like that. And if my wife's like, no, no, honey, please don't. No. Yeah, you can go out there and live in the fucking tent too. You better discipline these fucking children. Don't let them talk to you like that. That's why the world's all fucked up. We have parents act like their children are their friends. No, no. You my friend, you're my fucking child. Or you're my niece or my nephew. You talk to me and disrespect me like that, or because your friends do it, or you see it on TikTok or somewhere wherever you see disrespectful little fuckers, you ain't gonna do that shit at home. Oh hell no. No, you won't. And once you bring them to reality and make them know that they need you and they need to respect you, that's when they wake up. And if they don't, that's their journey of fucking themselves. It's that simple. Because if I'm not disrespecting you, then why are you disrespecting me? But that goes with everything. Jobs, life, friends, co-workers, children, parenting, uncles, nieces, nephews, whatever. There has to be a better level of respect in this world. People got to respect their elders. I respect my elders. I wouldn't dare talk to like a person like that that's older than me. Or anybody at that matter. I don't have to disrespect nobody. But if you disrespect me, then I feel bad for you. So I'm probably going to say something to you that is probably going to be implemented in your brain forever. And you probably won't like it. So that's how I feel. But I try to stay away from all negative shit, period. Anything negative, I just don't want nothing to do. I actually just say stay away from. I don't even want to put my energy into a negative person's energy. You know? That's just a normal thing to do. But what do I know? Anyway, I went upstairs and before I came here, I went upstairs and got another deck that I haven't used in a long, long time. And I'll give you guys a message if you want one. It's called the Oracles of the Seven Energies. Now, I have some naughty cards, yeah, but I don't want to be naughty today because it's Sunday. Sunday is supposed to be a nice day, you know? It's God's day, Jesus' day, you know? It's a nice day. I don't want to be naughty. No, I was naughty yesterday. Miss Bikini, I'll think about it. You're sick today with a cold? I'm sorry to hear that. That's not good. You took an Epsom salt bath? Hope you feel better, Miss Bikini. Okay, good. All right, Miss Bikini, being that you're sick, I'll give you a card first, okay? So that way you can get your card and you'll get in your damn bed, okay? How many teasing? All right. So your card is number 44, Divine Matrix. You might hear me talking about that shit every now and then. I'm always talking about the Matrix. People don't believe me. You know? All right. The key concepts to this card is the realm of spirit, the knowledge that we are all divine beings, part of a tapestry, whatever the fuck you said, weaving into the dreams, into a fabric of reality and synchronicity, learning to trust the way things unfold. And then I got here, you will see the evidence of the truth of this divine matrix today. It is within you. What you do matters. All manner of miracles are waiting for you to lay claim to them. Are you ready? There you go. You're now in the divine matrix. They want you to put everything together. You got to make it happen. You can handle it. You're welcome. All right, Jocelyn, you're next. Just got an email, some bullshit. All right, cool. I just picked number 44 for Miss Bikini, and now this card is number 11. Tell you can't make this shit up. It's like synchronicities have been ridiculous. All right. Okay. Your card, Jocelyn, is number 11, in perfect harmony. And it says, togetherness healthy and harmonious partnerships, commitment to a relationship, collaboration with others, independence. You're entering a time of healthy, harmonious partnerships. Collaboration is key here, and you're invited to explore uh, the potential in making a commitment to another person, a group, or even yourself. Know that you are bringing different gifts on the table, and you don't have to be in exact um, lockstep with everyone else. Being your authentic self actually brings you into alignment with others. Just keep an eye out for a sign that your subconscious, which has been conditioned by your previous hurts and experiences, in working in way which not accord with what your healthy self intends. This really is such a fortunate time for you. You can do it. There you go. Just like you told me when you first came in here. See, you're gonna be with your daughter. That's the collaboration and partnership you've been waiting for. So it's all gonna work out in your favor in perfect harmony. Amen. Hermana, are you here? I'll give you a message if you want. If anybody else is in here, I'll give you a message. Just let me know if you want one. Virgo, I don't know if you're still sleeping. Notice how I said still sleeping. You're welcome, Jocelyn. No problem, sweetheart. All right. All right, 34. As soon as I said synchronicity, see it stopped. Of course it did. All right. Ilda, my Hermana. Number 34, you got opening to discovery. See, that's the chastity belt and the key that you gave me. See, now you might be opening to discovery, so I might have to give you the key back. No, I'm just teasing. All right. The small bits to do what? The small bits to do you collect from what the fuck did that just say? I read this wrong. Hold on a sec. Oh no, that okay. The small bits of data you collect from the world and form ideas. The transfer of what information via the universe always speaking to you. The need of the need to integrate information and be discerning about what you expose yourself to. See that? All right. Today, be opening to receiving important information that may come to you from an unusual source. The universe wants to help you by recognizing the way this will aid and arrive depends on your willingness to shut out superficial noise. Maybe you need to take a break from social media, gossip, or the news. Don't let yourself get distracted. Listen without attachment and see what arises in your life. Expect a message from the universe and you shall have it. There you go. My eyes have been deceiving me. I thought it says a small bit of to do, but it says data. It's all like mumble jumbled up here, like it just didn't look right. But anyway, yeah, that's opening to discovery. So you might discover something today or in the next couple of days, and you might have to open yourself up to it and deal with it. But like it said there, just be discreet about it. You can tell me, obviously, but you know. Yeah, love is on the way. Loving yourself. Love from her pets. Love from her hermano. All right, let me see what I get. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. Yeah, we're the Flamingo Club. VIP members for life. Let me see. Hold on a sec. I lost my concentration there. I got the same card as who got Divine Matrix? Was it you, Miss Bikini? Hey Empress, how you doing? I got the exact same card. Divine Matrix. I'll read a different paragraph from it. All right. Imagine that everything possible under the sun is waiting to be claimed. You are not separate from what you desire to manifest. Everything is connected within a vast living web of life, the divine matrix. Even that which you have not yet observed a part of your life experience is still connected to you. It remains dominant until you choose it. Hmm. You will see evidence of the truth of this divine matrix today. It is within you. What you do matters. All manner of miracles are waiting for you to lay claim to it. Are you ready? See, I got the same card as Miss Bikini. Divine Matrix, number 44. Foul. It's got like 2 pages. So I read like what I feel drawn to. I'm not gonna read the entire thing. But yeah. A lot of it's just gibberish. But yeah. That's my card. All right, Empress. Let me see. Here's another card of synchronicity. Oh boy, this one's 33. All right, Empress, this is your card. Ears wide open. Number 33. Ears wide open. And this says, deep listening as a gift we give to others, understanding someone else's needs, showing focused attention, tuning into another, and letting go of egos need to be heard. Now is the time to let all that go. Offer your attention. Offer your attention to a great gift that it is. It is time to stop multitasking, checking your phone, thinking of what you're going to say next, and doing all the other things that keep you from connecting fully. Purposeful, open listening in a act of true respect and intimacy. When you are in a space of receptivity, letting go of the need to be heard or to be right, you become expansive and alert to meaningful potential. Right now, keep your ears wide open and you will find more than you were searching for. So there you go. Keep your ears wide open. and number 33. So we got 11, 33, 44 twice, 34. It's all good shit. You're welcome, Empress. No problem. I couldn't tell you the last time I used these cards. Every night I come on here, I'm going to try and use like a different deck because I got too many of them. And some of them, like, I just don't even remember to use, or like I just forget to bring them down here. So this one's called the Oracle of the Seven Energies. And this woman, she's got to be like rich. This Colette chick, she's like, she made like 1 million decks or something. Every time I get a deck, like she's on one. She's made some decks. Colette Baron Reed. Colette, holla at your boy. If you got any more decks, you know, you can send them my way. I'll read them. Hope y'all. Yeah, that's a cool deck. I like it. I can't remember who gave me this, but somebody gifted it to me. I can't remember. Yeah, I have angel cards. I have all sorts of cards. I have angel cards, spirit cards, sex cards, love cards, naughty cards. I got all sorts of cards. I had an angel deck here for the longest time, but I think everybody got fed up of it. It's like I used it a lot. It was like an orange cover. I think it was called Angel Oracles or something like that. Yeah, the Doreen Retro cards are nice. I still got them upstairs. That's why I made my own deck. I have 3 decks that I made. I got my own shit. But it doesn't have pretty pictures on it. It's just got words on it. Marky Mark's Tarot deck. That's number 2. I got 1 and 2 and 3. I use them every now and then for a good laugh, or if somebody needs regular messages. I got lots of decks. I got a good bit. More than half of the decks I have were given to me as gifts, which I greatly appreciate. A lot of people gifted me decks. My tarot card deck is all beat up. It's old. The deck that I use every day. See that? It's all messed up. It's all chewed up. It's very old and thick. But that's the deck I use every day to answer everybody's questions. Yeah, I have a sexual tarot deck for all the, sex freaks. I got that. I got the Rebel deck that we used last night that has like funny shit on it. I got the Lover's Oracle for like if anybody wants a love message. This is my original deck, my first one, Marky Mark's Tarot deck. And it's got like this is what it looks like. That's the cover, and then it's got messages like be cautious of fake friends, people depend on you, let go and let God, shit like that. So that's my deck that I made and got published. And it's got the red one, and then I got a tarot deck for beginners. Teaches you like the words and shit. And I got this one, daily healing cards, very small, little regular messages. I got another Love Oracle deck. I like this deck, it's pretty cool. Then I got Messages from Heaven deck, which is a popular deck that I use on here a lot. Then I got like the Twin Flame cards. and I got the other one, the Pining Rose Love Oracle, and I got this one too. Yeah. Which one, Harmona? This one, Tarot of Sexual Magic. I know you like that. I know you get sex excited. I gotta bring down the other Rebel deck, the couples one. It's funny as shit too. Yeah, those are the decks I have right here, but I have tons of them. Even like up here, like on my thing right here, I got all these decks right here. Up top there, I got some more up there, and then upstairs I got like a whole 2 shelves full of decks. The first one that curled up. Mhm. Oh, my one, my orange one. Oh, this one, yeah. This is the deck that I taught everybody how to use. It's got like all the the words on it. This is my very first deck. I learned from this deck. Yeah, tarot deck. Yeah. It's called the Starter Tarot, but it's all beat up. You know. This thing is like years and years old. Yeah, I have a brand new deck just like this one, but I don't want to use it. I used it on my teaching class that I did. I used the new one because I couldn't use these ones because they were too old and shitty. So, but it's a deck I always use. I won't. I have plenty of tarot decks. I just don't use them that much. I like these. These are the ones that I'm comfortable with, and these are the ones I've been using for like years. Hey, Blue Nile. All right, yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, this my yeah, Marley loves all the decks you gave her. That was nice of you. Now she's got a lot. That's good. Me, I have tons. I have too many decks. I'm good. I don't even use the decks that I have. That's why I'm trying to bring like a different one. If I remember, I'll bring a different deck down every night and take the ones that I use back upstairs and switch it. So that way I have to do it, like, you know. So it's better if I do it that way. So every time I go live, I'm gonna bring another deck down and do it that way. Blue Nile, I got your donation. You can ask your question when you're ready. Yeah, I have like some really nice tarot decks that I used to use on here because this reader one, it was like a couple years ago. This reader said, "Oh yeah, anybody could read cards with words on it and know the meanings like that." And I'm like, "Well, sweetheart, if you look at me, I'm not. I can show you the card, and I don't read it word for word, and I don't read it word for word at all because I know tarot." And I'll say, "Well, just to ease your mind, I'll use a regular tarot deck with no words on it just to prove that I know how to read tarot, sweetheart." So the next day I had a new tarot deck that I got from a friend of mine. It was called 78 Doors, right? And it had like all the new pictures on it. It had like people with tattoos, it had like laptops, it had like all these new type of everything was like new. So it was more modernized, right? It's like a 2000 type of deck. You know, it's like a updated version of how we live. And then like I I read tarot that night with those cards. And I read it, and everybody was like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's true, whatever, blah blah blah. So I was like, see, sweetheart, I don't need these cards. It's just my deck that I'm comfortable with. It's the deck I've read for over 10 years with. So I'm like, don't try and think that I'm reading from this deck. It don't work that way. You stupid ass. So I never forget that I had to like, I didn't have to prove myself, but I did it just to, show her that I didn't need it. And I don't need cards anyway. All right, Blue Nile, you said S isn't happy about her room as you predicted previously, and she wants my room. I refuse to switch rooms with her. How will she react when she sees me tomorrow? Will she try to say something? She got some damn nerve. How the fuck you gonna switch rooms now? Yeah, it's raining here too. Blue Nile. How to deal with her? Tell her fuck off and no. Hell no. I tell her now. Can't let people get what they want. Tell her if she wants to switch, she's got to pay more rent. Ilda, you said, does an all American mail go through customs? Yeah, it does. Yeah, everything goes through customs, Ilda. Everything. The only way things go through, the cheapest way, sorry, and the only cheapest way is to send it through the post office, because the couriers are always gonna burn you like 33% of the item. But the post office only charges you 7%, but it takes longer. So if you wanted to get here faster, you have to register it or whatever. Like, say if somebody sent me a package through the post office, right? To my Bermuda address, then it'll go to my post office. The customs will clear it, and I'll pay not even half of what I would pay through the courier. And but it just you would have, if you wanted to get it here faster, you have to like register, like secure it. Like, I don't know how you say it out there. Like, you might like put insurance on it or some bullshit like that. Like, you'd have to pay like a couple extra dollars just to like, you know, you would have to make one. You would have to make an invoice. You would have to like print out an invoice and say, Ilda's Flamingo Inn, and I charge Mark $10 for this item, and then that's it. You just have to produce a invoice. It could be a bullshit invoice. It don't matter. You can put whatever you want on it. You just have to send me an invoice. That's all, and then I give it to the mail when I go pick it up. When I pick up the package, that's how I do it. Or you can put it in the package. You can put the actual receipt in the package. So when I open it, the receipt's right there, like the invoice. Yeah. Well, she's gonna be upset with you. Like, she's gonna be upset, like, when you tell her, and she might even like argue with you and self-destruct. And like, but at the end of the day, I think you're both gonna come to a compromise. I think she's gonna negotiate with you on why she wants it, or like you might. I think at first you might like have like some discrepancies and stuff, but I feel like after you guys overcome the obstacles about the room, and like really think about it, I think that it'll be six. You guys will figure it out in the end, and you'll negotiate and be like, okay, cool, you know. Right. So It's gonna cause like an argument, you know what I mean? Right. It might cause an argument at first, and then you just state your case like you're doing to me right now. You see what I'm saying? Right. So you need to tell her, look, this what you're telling me on here, you need to tell her. And after you do that, it's gonna cause like, I mean, I don't see you throwing hands, but I think that the temperament might escalate. Like you might be shouting at each other. If you want to throw hands, then that's up to you. You gotta slap a bitch, then go for it. But I don't condone violence. You didn't hear that from me. But, but I'll slap somebody if I have to. But I don't get fighting. I just get like temper. Tempers might be flaring, like. Yeah, exactly. I think at first she'll be like mad and she'll be like, well, why not? And then you be like, well, this is why not. Oh well, that's fucked up and blah blah blah. And then she might just start talking shit and you be like, look, this is the case. I'm not switching. It's my fucking room. Deal with it. And that's it. And then everything will be fine after that. So there is going to be some discrepancies, some like back and forth, but in the end, I got the 7 of Wands, which means that you end up getting the victory by negotiating with her and telling her, hey, look, I'm not switching with you because I live too far out. I can't stay in your room. I got to be in mine. You know? Right. And if she said she didn't like the room that you're in and said it was too small for her, then fuck her. She made her choice. Yeah, exactly. Like pretty much the negotiation is what it's already been. See, the negotiation you made was successful. She made her choice. So you got to tell her, look, I can't switch with you. It ain't happening. And that's it. And it's going to cause a little argument or whatever. But she knows that she'll embarrass herself if she keeps going on and on and on. So at the end of the day, I'm getting that you are going to be you're going to have the victory at the end. You're going to stay in your room and there's nothing she could do about it. But she'll harp on it and say something and like cause an argument. Let's hope not. But it seems like she has a temper, you know? Yeah, right. So she might even just let it go, you know? Let me just check. Let me see something. Oh, I know. Yeah, you'll be fine. Hey, Brownie, I'm doing good. How are you, sweetheart? I think the other girls in the room are going to be like, hey, look, this is the way it is. You dealt with it already. You agreed to it. So I think the other girls that are in the living with you guys are going to like say, hey, look, you know, if you don't like it, that's your fucking problem. I think the other girls have your back. You know what I mean? Because I know you said it was a couple of you. So the other ones are going to actually be okay, like with your decision. They're gonna like have your back. So I think being that you talked about it in the group chat, I think they have your back. Yeah, I think they will. Yeah, yeah. Like even though they know the friendship is like, you know, is better being friends than not being friends. You know. Yeah, exactly. It could just be her being mad and talking to the other girls about it, but then they're gonna be like, look, We need to be friends in here. We need to like sort our shit out. You already, said this, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then it might be a little weird after that. It might be a friendship with no meaning because you know how people get when they don't get their way and shit, like. But I don't see it being like a huge problem, and I see you being happy with the end result. You know? Yeah, I feel like those girls have your back. Like they're gonna say, "Look, sweetheart, you already said you was gonna go in that room, so you got to deal with it. She already has her shit unpacked in there. You got to get over it." But she's gonna like throw a temper fit, act like a little biatch, but she'll be fine after. Yeah. So if she wants to show her temper, then you might have to show yours, but it'll be over and done with real quick. I think there's other girls. The way I see it is there's other girls like are more in your favor. Like they'll probably be like, "Look, this is bullshit. Like just get over it." So from what you're telling me, it seems like she had already made her decision. So that's her problem. That's how it goes. But otherwise, that I see you being happy with this, with whatever happens. Brownie, thanks for the super chat. You got that thing there. It says good job. Yeah, exactly. Right. So that's what I'm saying. It isn't your issue. So fuck them. That's how I look at it. Listen, we all gotta stand up for what's right. Don't let people take advantage of you or tell you what the fuck to do. You know, that's your room. That's your room. No, no, don't be sorry. I think it's cool. He's like, I like the stickers. It's pretty fun. When I saw it, I was like, look at that. Look at that kitty. He's like, good job. I think they're hilarious. All right, Blue, now no problem. I'm just gonna answer Brownie's question. All right. Hmm. All right. This Leo feels like kind of off and on with you. Like if this person has like other friends like mutual friends with you, I feel like if you guys, I'll put it to you this way: if you guys have mutual friends, right, then there might be mutual friends that have your back and some mutual friends that are like, oh, I ain't really friends with them. She's this way or she's that way. Like some of your friends might be like talking shit, and some of them might not be to this Leo, where it makes this Leo think like, hey, I kind of feel this way or that way about Brownie, but if who do I believe? Who do I know is telling the truth, or who I know is the deal, or what's this person's deal? Like I think that the Leo thinks that you're not telling them the truth about something, or there's some inconsistency, or or they just don't trust you because of other people. 'Cause I'm getting like multiple women here, and they might be like feeding this person some like shit about you, and that's what I get. I think I told you this before. I swear I told you this before, or something to this nature, where somebody was like in the background talking to the person, or somebody said something, or some other woman or whatever. I feel like this person has to compromise how they feel about you according to others what they say about you. That's what I get. Yeah. Okay. Well, if it's a new person, then this is how they feel. Like, yeah. So if that makes sense, like I feel like people are telling this person, hey, look, blah, blah, blah. But like this person doesn't know whether or not it's gonna be some type of obstacle to deal with you. Like right now, they don't know how to feel about you because they're a new person and they don't know if you're reliable enough, you're trustworthy. They don't know if they can trust you, but they're willing to be a friend. They're willing to be a friend of yours, but they need to like make some type of compromise to understand who you are, what you're about. So they feel like they can be friends with you, but there might be somebody telling them otherwise, or they might be dealing with other friends, other people. I also feel like this Leo had like a past issue recently, like the past 5 months, they had like a breakup or they had like something happen where somebody stabbed them in the back and they don't know how to take it. So they're kind of like on the fence on how they feel about you and other people. But I think this person's willing to be your friend, but they just don't know you like that. But I feel like you guys could be friends. But I don't see it being like a serious friendship or relationship or anything like that right now. Yeah, that's how they feel towards you. Yeah. I don't get a bad energy. I just think that the person don't know you, so how they can't really feel like a certain way. You know what I mean? Blue now you can ask your other question if you want. I'm just gonna check something for you, Brownie. One sec. Okay. Hmm. Like I still feel like this person, this Leo, I still feel like this Leo is like tempted to like be friends with you and they want to. They think that you're like smart and they think that you're a decent person, but I think that the people in their past have hindered their thoughts about like people. Like their judgment is like all over the place. But I feel like this person's like they mean well and they're a good person. They might be a bit timid to like approach you or talk to you right now because things are new. All right. So, yeah, I do. I do think that it's possible. Yeah. Like I said earlier, like they want to be friends, but they just have like issues with like trusting new people or like getting to know somebody. They might be a little timid, but it could be something. Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. They think you're a decent person, but they just got to get over what they've dealt with. Like I feel like they went through some hard times the past couple months. So it could be just don't like, don't pressure them in any way. Just be cool with them. That's all. You'll be fine. You're welcome, Brownie. No problem, sweetheart. All right. All right, Brownie. You too, sweetheart. Take care. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Really wants to hear about her or for her. Message just came through. So you just like you had a session with one of your flatmates guides, and you said what was that about? The guide said that her current relationship won't last. So like you want confirmation if that's true, or like, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, flat. I mean, but you guys say flat out there. We guys don't talk like that here. But I know what it means. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, what you were getting was right about her current relationship won't last, because I do get that as well. I do get that what you were getting was like that she might be very emotionally confused about her partner and might not last because of that. There might be some like decision making and adversity and like lies, misrepresentation. Like this person might even like feel like there's nothing left. So I would say that what you got is confirmation of what I'm getting in the card. So see how you told her that her current relationship won't last? That's what I'm getting here. Like it won't last. Yeah, yeah, I'm getting that too. Yep. I think that he has a mistress. Like he has someone that he fucks on the side. Straight up. Like when I get the five of pentacles at the end of a reading, that pretty much says like that's to me the five of pentacles is like the cheating card when you're reading this. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah. Yeah. It's like somebody that he's already like been dealing with. And he lies to her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he lies to her about shit. Like he causes, trouble and things like that. Like he wants to cause problems. Yeah, that's probably why. Yep. Yeah, so what you were reading for her was right. I got confirmation of that. That's what you know why you know what I feel, because you're saying what's that about? You know what's that about is she needs to hear it from somebody that she trusts like you. So if she trusts you and you got that, then I would say like because I'm getting the same thing that you got. So this is just confirmation that it was better hearing it from you than somebody else. Like so if you got it, it's just another thing that confirms her suspicions. So yeah, I would say that that's what it's about. Yeah, see. So sometimes hearing it again and again and again, it'll definitely set in. Some people are oblivious. I talked about this about an hour ago, and I was saying like we have ourselves to blame for choosing the person that we're with. If it isn't working, let it go. You know. But people are just so ignorant; they just don't get it. Like I don't know what's so hard about leaving somebody and getting rid of them. Like just say fuck you, like and then she got close with this girl who close to her court. The only friends is not his mistress. Okay, yeah. But I see him like definitely with somebody else, like fucking around on her. Well, see, she's living in denial. She probably knows it's true. She got it in the reading. I got it here. But some people ain't gonna listen. They're oblivious to it. Yeah. But see, that's not the type of person you should be dealing with. That don't make no sense why a person will want somebody like that. If you know that part, if you're hearing it and you're seeing it and you're like deep down inside it's happening, now why deal with that shit? I don't understand why people even want to deal with that. You know? Like you could probably say whatever you want to if she ain't gonna listen. She can go to 10 psychics and 10 psychics tell her the same shit, but she ain't gonna listen to it. She's probably gonna be like, no, he don't do that. He ain't gonna do that to me. Or a lot of people live in denial. Yeah, honestly, it happens. I also feel, like I said, I feel like he lies to her about a lot of things. I told you that a while ago, I believe. I think I told you that one of them was gonna leave and not be there the whole time. I think I told you that a while ago because before you actually moved in there, you asked me if that was the case. Yeah. The woman that we're talking about right now, it's possible that she could move, but she feels more secure like where she is. Like, you know what I mean? It's possible that she could move out before the end of the year if she feels a little inconsistency. If she doesn't get, like, that's why her guy told you to like be there for her, because if you're there for her, she'll stay. But if you're not there for her and she can't get no support from you guys, then she's gonna leave. So it really depends on like if she gets support from you guys or you guys are gonna put up with her shit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So she might leave if she's thinking about it, or it's very possible. I'm not getting a definite yes, and I'm not getting a definite no. It depends on the support that she gets. That's what I'm getting. So it's like if she doesn't get any support from you guys, then she's not gonna like stay. Like if you're like, you want to leave, go ahead, bye, she'll probably go. But if you guys support her and keep her like, on that straight path, she'll stay. But her mother might, if she's cool with her mother might not want her to come back, so then she stays with you guys. You see what I mean? That's what it could be as well. Yeah, if she's close with her mom might say, "All right, look, you can move back in here with me," or like something like that. If the mom stays close enough, she might stay with her mom, or she might just go back to her mom to recuperate for a while or whatever. Some shit like that. But her mom is gonna end up telling her to stay where she is. Something to do with her mom. Like her mom just might say, "Look, you need to man up, woman up, put on your granny panties and get over it." Mm. she's gonna be very like suspicious about a lot of things, and she's gonna be like in suspense. Like she's not gonna know what to do. Like she's gonna be all over the place. She's not gonna trust too many people or trust anyone. She's just gonna put in a lot of personal effort to like her job or her work, and like she's gonna like probably be pretty rebellious towards this whole situation. But I still see her still being with the boyfriend and stuff. Like that's not gonna change. Yeah, she's gonna be there for your friend, but there's still gonna be some like suspicion between them. Yeah, it's still gonna be like up in the air, but they're gonna put like something. She'll put personal effort into it from time to time. I feel, but it's nothing like. Yeah, like they're not gonna like the news of what they get. Things might be unfavorable to them, but I still see like a lack of like trust to a certain point and some suspicion and just like waiting for shit to happen. Like they're not sure about how things are gonna happen. Living in suspense. But like there has to be some type of like idea of like I just feel like they're not thinking the right way. Or like there's too much thinking and not enough doing between all of them. That's a shit show. Just try not to get involved too much, Blue Nile. If you're not getting dragged in to get involved, then don't get involved. That's my advice to you. Is not to get too involved in all of that bullshit. Just keep doing what you do and not getting yourself too involved in that bullshit between all of them. You might hear my dog snoring in the background. She's enjoying herself. I can hear her snoring. Snoring champion of Bermuda. The snoring champion of Bermuda. Time. Yeah, that's it. You got the right. You're smart enough, Bruno, to know that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, stay out of it and just support. Just support her, and that's it. Just stay away from it. Yeah, of course, Harmona. I'll do it for you. Yeah. So that's my advice to you, Blue Nile. Is just let it all pan out. Just let it all come to you. Don't get yourself involved in too much in it. Keep your distance. Do it. Just keep working on what you need to do. Like keep working. You're there for a reason. Go school, do what you got to do, and try not to get too caught up in the personal parts of it. Yeah, I know. You're welcome, sweetheart. When it's a mess, stay out of it. And if she's your good friend, support her, but don't get too involved. But you'll be fine. I like orange juice. You guys like orange juice? I thought I heard her tail wagging. Her tail's like sticking right out straight. When she's dreaming, her tail sticks out and she starts wagging. I thought I heard something like smacking. She's hilarious. She's been inside all day because it's been raining. She's only been outside to pee a few times and to eat. She's been in her glory today. She definitely caught up on her sleeping. Huh. Damn dog. I wish sometimes I can sleep. I mean, I do get enough sleep. I do sleep well. I have a lot of weird, dumb dreams that I don't like, but there's nothing I can do about that. I actually pray not to have dreams, especially a lot of them. I've had a lot of stupid dreams that don't make no fucking sense whatsoever, which I do not like. When I start dreaming of dumb shit, it's kind of annoying. I'm like, really, man? I don't want to dream of this shit, man. I don't want to dream of these damn people. Fuck what I want to dream about you damn people for. Leave me alone. I swear, since this full moon has been so intense with the dreams, everybody's been telling me about they're having crazy dreams lately. And I'm like, that is a fucking full moon. That full moon got everybody. It was some full moon energies can really make your dreams like whack as shit. My mom told me today at lunch that she had a dream that the police gave my sister a ticket and not me. They said my car was the one who needed the ticket, but they gave it to my sister, and then they were arguing, and then that's it. She woke up. And I had a dream. I was at this golden hotel, which I've never been to, don't never seen it in my life. But the whole hotel was like in gold. And there was like yeah, I believe we get zapped, Jocelyn, that's for sure. Um and like I saw my ex brother-in-law in there, and I was like saying, what the fuck you doing in there? And he was like fixing himself in the mirror. And then there was a naked guy in there. And I'm like, yo, I don't want to see your shit. Like, fuck you. Like, close the elevator or go somewhere else. Like, this is a hotel. Like, then one of my friends from school, his name's Mark as well. And I was like, yo, Mark, I didn't know you were here. Like, you saw this fucking guy in the elevator. He's naked and he's with my ex brother-in-law. Let's fucking get these guys out of here and all this shit. So he was like, yeah, let me go see. So like I see him go into the elevator and like they started arguing, and I just keep I never like had a dumb dream like that before. Like it didn't make any sense, and the people that were in the dream I haven't seen them in so long. So it's like it was so dumb, and I don't go to hotels like that, and I've never been to one that looks like that. So it didn't make any sense to me. So I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? My dreams don't make no damn sense. And last night I had another dream, but I can't remember it. I tried to remember when I woke up, and I was like, what the hell did I dream of last night? That was so dumb. I had another dumb dream and I can't remember it. And I was like, oh, well, I don't care. It's that full moon energy. Hermana, I got your donation. You can ask your question. I don't know if I said it already. I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't see him in my dreams very often. But he looked different. He even had like his hair was dyed. Like he had his hair in a different way. He looked so different in the dream. Like I kind of was like debating on whether or not it was him, but it definitely was him because I saw his face. But he looked different. He had like a different hairstyle. He just didn't look. He didn't look right to me. But I was saying shit to him and he ignored me, but that's normal anyway. Like I call him names when I see him, but he never says anything. He keeps his head straight. He's like, yeah, I hear you, but I'm not looking. Because he knows like I can't stand. What's gonna happen at work with that harasser? Hey, Lucky. The guy told me my supervisor about her harassing me. The supervisor wants me to have a meeting with her. I wish that guy employee let me handle it. Uh, yeah, that's kind of annoying. Yeah, I hope so. Let's send Lucky some good juju her way that she gets the job. Yeah, that's why he probably said something because he probably maybe he already said something. Then when he heard about your incident, he was like, "Yo, see, she did shit to me. She did shit to Ilda. So like, what the fuck, you know?" So he's probably like, probably like trying to make a point to get rid of her. It makes sense, but still, he could have. You know how men are. Oh, and then he backed out like he's not a part of it. Oh, I see. Hmm. Looks like he's a chump. You might have to give him a karate chop. Or he's going to have to get admitted to the Flamingo Express. You don't need no damn ciggies. Leave them things alone. They're bad for you. Just drink the coffee. Hmm. I feel like uh, your supervisor is a her, right? Yeah. Because I got like a lady here that's going to deal with it. Like this is like a it's gonna the harassment that this harassing woman, right? She's gonna act all nice now because she's been called out. She's gonna try and act nice, but it actually might cause like more. Like she's thinking like, oh, maybe I should like act different because I need this job or whatever, right? Yeah. Oh, the supervisor is a man and the woman is a harassment. Okay, cool. Because I read how I read this here. It was you said the supervisor wants me to have a meeting with her. So I thought that the supervisor wants you to have a meeting with her, like her supervisors are her. So I read it wrong. Okay, cool. Or I thought it was. Okay. So the supervisor knows that you are like telling the truth, or he knows that you're up to it, like yeah. Like what I'm getting here is he thinks that you are definitely, he'd rather keep you obviously than deal with this chick, right? And he knows you're kind, you're friendly, you're loving. He knows like you're a good person, so he's gonna take your word for it regardless, right? I think that he knows that he'd rather deal with you than deal with this other chick, right? So he knows that you're good to go. He knows you're very good at what you do. He doesn't have a problem with that. But when you have a meeting and you know it all comes out and you say, look, she's been harassing me, she's doing this shit. This is a risk. This is bad. things like that, he's gonna take your side, and he's gonna be like, you know what, maybe I do have to deal with this chick, or put this woman on some type of warning, or whatever the heck it is, like like put her on some type of probation or something like that. But I think it's gonna cause like some arguments and shit. You know, I think it'll all dissipate in the end. Like I think that they're gonna be okay if they get rid of this person. Like it's not gonna be like a risk. You know. I don't think she's going to leave on her own. Like she's not gonna just leave on her own accord. You see what I mean? But I think they'll get rid of her. But they might like say something like, you should leave, or maybe you should find another job if you're gonna continue to harass Ilda or get on other people's nerves. We noticed this, whatever, whatever. I don't think that she's gonna like leave on her own, but they might get rid of her there. Let me just check. How soon? Yeah. Mm. Yeah. I don't see them like getting rid of her until she really fucks up. Like they have concrete evidence. I don't like They might not want to get rid of her until they find somebody else, if that makes sense. Because sometimes people don't want to get rid of them because of human rights and all that bullshit. I don't know if you guys deal with that or if that's the case. But like, oh, because she's harassing somebody and shit like that, it's not enough evidence for them to get rid of her. Like he say, she say type of shit. But like next month, I still feel like she's gonna be on the brink of getting fired or them like getting rid of her. But she's gonna act like Miss Goody Tissues because she sees that she can be losing her job. But I do also get that they might, because they've gotten multiple reports of her doing shit, they're gonna try and get somebody to replace her, and then when they do, they'll get rid of her. That's what I think. I don't think they're just gonna get rid of her and not have nobody to replace her. But that's something that I don't know if that's the case. So you got to ask yourself this, because you work with her. So is the place you're working right now, if they got rid of her, would it be more like of a burden to you guys by not having the extra help? So, that's the thing. Yeah, see, that's what I'm getting. That's why I'm not getting like concrete answers, because the meeting still has to happen. This shit's still gotta happen, right? And then there's gotta be more concrete evidence. And then they don't just want to get rid of her and not have a replacement and put more burden on you guys. You see what I mean? So they're probably going to solve this by the end of next month, whereas they get somebody else to replace her. Okay, Lucky. Yeah, see? Yeah, they don't want to pay overtime. So that's why I see what I see. That's why I'm getting like they're not gonna just get rid of her, because that means they gotta pay you guys overtime. They don't want to do that. Yeah. So that's why I'm getting that they're gonna end up trying to get somebody else first to replace her and then get rid of her. Because they don't want to pay overtime. See? So that makes perfect sense, Hermana. That makes perfect sense. So yeah, that's what it is. That's why I'm not getting them just getting rid of her. Some people can get rid of somebody and be like, yeah, fuck you. Like, we'll pay Oda extra time. We'll pay so and so extra time because we don't want your dumb ass around here. But now that they know what's going on, and they're gonna find somebody else first and then get rid of them, which is the right thing to do. Because sometimes just getting rid of somebody, you put burden on everybody else. Well, that means the owners or the higher ups have to fill in, and they didn't want to do that. And then you're saying they ain't paying their overtime, so it definitely ain't gonna happen right away. So either way, it looks like it'll. I honestly feel that she's gonna act different once she gets once she gets told about herself, because I feel like this woman needs this job. Well, most people need their job. They need income, and it's the end. It's coming to the end of the month. It's the end of the month now. People need money for bills, so she might act like Miss Goody Tissues. So there you go, Hermana. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate you, and I hope it all works out. Yeah, see, there you go. So I'm psychic on Sundays. It happens. It's now Monday here, so I'm psychic on Mondays too. Yeah, it makes sense. I think once she gets told about herself from the supervisor, he's gonna be like, "Look, we've got multiple reports about you. You need to fucking relax and stop acting up, or else we're gonna replace you. So if you don't do shit properly, we're gonna get rid of you. So it's your choice." Yeah, yeah. There you go. You're welcome, Hermana, and thank you. I appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna get my ass out of here. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's the 23rd here, and it's my dad's birthday. So happy birthday to my dad. He gets 81. Fuck, my dad's old. 81. Holy shit. How old was your dad when he passed away, Hermana? Was he that age or no? My dad's getting 81 today or tomorrow for you guys. I can't believe that, man. That's fucking nuts. 74. See, he lived a good life too, see? Yeah, my dad's 81. He's not in good shape. He's suffering from gout right now. My dad's got gout very bad. He gets gout mainly in his feet, but now he's got gout in his hand. Like his whole, you can't even see his knuckles. It's like all shiny and it's puffy. Like, and he's like holding his hand like this, and he's on like all this medication, so he's like constantly sleeping and shit. But he ate pretty good today. His appetite hasn't been like good, but today for lunch he ate good. I guess it was because I was there, so I bring that positive energy. But he's getting worse. Like he's barely walking properly. Like he's showing his age. It hurts to see him like that, but at least he's alive, and at least he doesn't have like something really really bad like cancer or something like that. But he's had gout for a long time. I know a lot of people who get that shit. But see, it's what you eat. Gout depends on what you eat. If you eat certain acid foods or acidy foods and shit, it fucks you up, But like he's just stubborn guy. He don't want to eat healthy. He doesn't want to eat properly. He just doesn't give a fuck. He's got gout pills, and he takes those gout pills, and it gives him diarrhea. It makes him not want to eat. It makes him gets him all fucked up. He says he dreams a lot. And I'm like, yeah, you're all fucking pung out on them pills. I just told him stop taking that shit, man. It makes it worse. And I told him like you gotta go into the ocean. Like you gotta go to like the salt water and go like, but he don't know how to swim. See, he's scared of the ocean. And I said, you ain't even gotta go in the ocean. Just like go get a bucket and go get some salt water from the ocean and just put your hand in there and just like leave it in there. Salt water will heal all that shit because the salt will take all the acid out of you. He's like, oh, I don't want to go. I said, Dad, you can't eat all that bread. That bread is also fucking you up. You're not supposed to eat shit with yeast in it and all that shit. The doctor gave him a list a long time ago. Know this, know that, know, and he still don't give a fuck. Then the doctor told him, when you get gout, you're supposed to drink cherry juice, and it relieves the pain, or put like ice on your hand. He don't do nothing. He just pops the pills in me like, yeah, I'll be fine, I'll be fine. His had gout on his hand for over a week now. He could barely drive. He can't even put on his own clothes and shit. He says, thank God he wiped his ass with the other hand because he'd be fucked. And I told him, I said, you put this shit on yourself. And my sister went down there today at this afternoon. Because I told my sister that he looks pretty bad. So my sister went there to try and talk some sense into him. And my sister said, he don't pay him. She ain't paying him. He don't pay her no money. And my mom, she says she's just fed up. She's not dealing with it. And my friend told me, leave him alone, Mark. Just let them live their life. I'm like, I know. But it's annoying. Like, you can get better by just listening to me. Yeah, no bread. You can't. He eats bread every fucking day. And I told him, stop eating bread and you'll see you'll get better. But he don't listen. He doesn't listen. And my mom says, oh, he only eats a little bit. I said, every little bit counts. Don't you know that saying? If you're not supposed to eat shit, you're not supposed to eat it. And the doctor even wrote that was the number one thing on the list was bread, rice, fucking well, what else was on there? Some shit that was on there, like greens and all sorts of shit. Fish with like mercury or oils and shit in it, like dark fish you're not supposed to eat. He eats that. He loves sandwiches. Yeah. He like I'm the type of person I don't really eat bread like that. I'll eat bread like today I had a fish sandwich. The fish that I made, I had a sandwich with the fish. But I won't I don't eat bread like if with my meals, you know. That's what I try to tell him, Jocelyn. But my mom and my dad, they're just ignorant. They don't fucking care, man. They piss me off, to be honest. Like, he could feel so much better if he changed his diet, but he won't. He won't change his diet. He says I can't live without bread. How am I gonna like go through life with not eating bread? And I'm like, that's why you got gout every fucking week, because you eat bread. And some people, you're not supposed to eat certain things in life. Like with, hey Ninja, how you doing? Like with me, once I reached 40, I couldn't eat like pizza sauce and like tomato sauce. I couldn't even eat tomatoes. I love tomatoes and I love like putting sauce, like pizza sauce, and having like I used to make my own pizzas and shit. And I can't eat like spaghetti and meatballs with the sauce. I gotta eat like this special type of organic sauce that doesn't fuck with me. Cause I'll get heartburn instantly. Instant heartburn if I eat like acidy type of like tomato shit. And I can't even eat like pork ribs that much. If I eat a lot of pork ribs with barbecue sauce and all that shit on it, I'll get heartburn for like fucking a whole day. That shit will wake me up at night. It fucks my whole body up. So I knew I can't eat it no more. Or if I do, I gotta eat very little bit and eat it during the day and not at night. You see what I'm saying? So I make sure that I don't eat the things I'm not supposed to anymore. Because you get older and you can't eat certain shit. It's life. Okay, Miss Bikini, I hope you feel better. Everybody wish Miss Bikini feel better. She's feeling sick. Let's wish that she feels better. But yeah, exactly, Jocelyn. There's nothing I can do. I'm sick and tired of telling him like what to do. He don't listen. You don't listen at all. Yeah, you are what you eat. Exactly. And I told him, like the other day, I told him, I said, I got heartburn so bad it woke me up in my sleep. And I used to choke in my sleep sometimes. So I'm like, I gotta find out what the hell is doing this to me. So I stopped eating that night. Like when 8 o'clock is the last time I will put something in my mouth food wise. I won't put nothing in my mouth after 8 o'clock because it's 1 o'clock here. I'm gonna go to sleep, but I ate at 7:30, so I'm good. My food's digested, and I ain't gotta worry about it. But I used to eat chocolate chip cookies at night when I watch sports. Chips. I haven't eaten chips forever. And if I do eat chips, I eat a little bag of a little bit here and there. Soda. I had a soda last night and it didn't affect me, thank God, because I don't drink it on a regular basis. You got to do things in moderation. You can treat yourself to some junk food or some bullshit that you're not supposed to have, but not every day. And I told my dad, the doctor wrote on that paper, I took you to the doctor, and the fucking doctor wrote on that paper 5 years ago, bread is not for you. You have to eat something else. Go eat wraps. Go eat something else, or don't eat bread at all, and see how you feel. You can. For breakfast, he eats a bagel. For lunch, he eats a sandwich, a roll. And then dinner, he'll eat dinner and he'll have a piece of bread on his side. And then you wonder why you got gout. And then my mom said, "Oh, that's not enough. That's not that much." And I'm like, "Mom, are you listening to yourself?" I told my mom, "Look, in the morning, make him some fucking scrambled eggs and put some like cheese on it or something, and just make him some scrambled eggs and tell him suck it up and eat it, or make him pancakes or some bullshit like that. Make him something else. You got to see, like, you got to switch it up." And he don't listen. And every week he's got gout. And I'm like, "See, you do it to yourself. So go ahead, live in pain, do whatever you want. I'm sick and tired of fucking talking to you guys." And I told them, "Why you think I ain't got no issues?" Because I know I've learned my lesson. I can't eat certain things and I'm not going to. It's that simple. I used to drink Pepsi every day, and Pepsi fucked me right up. All that acid and shit. I used to drink Pepsi all the time, and I stopped. I don't drink Pepsi no more. I drank it last night, but it's watered down with ice, and I let it sit there so it gets watered down, and it didn't affect me because I only had a little cup. I was sipping on it last night, and I went to sleep, and I was perfectly fine. I didn't have no heartburn, and I felt fine because I'm not abusing it. I'm not doing it every day, and it's watered down. Yeah, exactly. Why do that to yourself? Yeah. So I'm tired of telling him, the right things to do. So I just don't even care anymore. Like I'm like, whatever, man. You don't listen to your doctor. You don't listen to my mom. You don't listen to me. You don't listen to my sister. You keep eating bread. You're fucking yourself. So go ahead, destroy yourself and whatever. I don't care anymore. When I say that to my mom's like, "Oh, what am I gonna do? What am I?" I said, "You know how much food there is in this world? Eat different shit." Yeah, he can have a tour. I think he can. He doesn't. He'll never eat a wrap because he'll be like, "What the hell is this? This is bullshit." You know what I told my mom to do? To get those tortilla wraps, right? Because those wraps are way better than bread. He can even get like a spinach wrap or something healthy. He can get like a low fat carb wrap, a small one. I told my mom, go get a wrap, right? Put a fried egg in there, some mayo, and a little bit of cheese or whatever, and wrap it up and give it to him. It's nice and light and it won't affect him. I said, when I lost a lot of weight, that's what I used to eat every morning. I got a wrap. I put some egg in there some cheese, avocado, pepper, and I ate it. A little bit of mayonnaise, bang. That's what I ate every morning for my diet. A little bit of everything. Some onion sometimes. That's it. I even told my mom he can eat like try and like get rid of bread, period, for at least like 5, 6 days. For a whole week, don't eat bread and see how he makes up. Sacrifice. He won't do it. To be honest, Jocelyn, I am tired of it, but this I'm even more tired of him not wanting to make himself better. I just don't get it. Like, don't understand how you want to live in pain and feel like you're hopeless and you can't do nothing about it. And then you go to the doctor every week to get a blood test to check your blood. And your doctor's office is right there. You can just knock on the door and say, hey, look, I get gout really bad. Can you please give me a meal plan or what I should eat and what I should not eat? He won't do it because he doesn't give a fuck. Because he's just weird like that. He's never gonna learn that you are what you eat, and that's it. And I'll never forget my friend when I was getting my hair cut. She said, Mark, my parents are the same age. And I got so tired of telling my parents what to do and what's the right thing to do that I just said, you know what? Fuck them. I'm sick and tired of dealing with you. When they say they're sick, I'm like, oh, feel sorry for you. Hope you feel better. Bye. And I said, I have a big heart. I want to help them and I'm worried about them, but they put their own they make their own lives fucked up. So good night, Ninja. Take care. I'm gonna get out of here too. I gotta go. It's 1 o'clock now. I need to get my ass to bed. I got woken up this morning by 6 o'clock in the morning. It was a big thunder that clapped over here and it woke me up and then I had a hard time getting back to sleep. So I need to go get some extra sleep tonight. Hopefully it doesn't. It was thundering on early on my live when I first came on, but hopefully we don't get no more thunder. Go away. Let me sleep. I'm gonna go take my dog outside to go pee, and then I'm gonna go sleep. I need to get a good night rest. I got a long day tomorrow. I'll do some work. All right. I hope you guys all have a good night and a good week. Let's make this week positive. Make sure we all, help each other, pray for each other. Let's pray that Lucky gets her job. Let's pray that Ilda's harassed her, gets a new job, and leaves her alone. Let's pray that Jocelyn has a safe trip over to Australia to go see her daughter. And let's pray for me that I can deal with my crazy parents. That's all I need. And let's pray that we all have a good week coming up. All right, love you guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.